So if the sheriff's statements are true, which of the following conclusions is supported by his argument? So which of the following conclusions is code for an inference? We need to find something that must be true based on what the passage says. So the sheriff's claim basically is that the mayor is wrong. The mayor says that the increased number of arrests is indicative of increased crime. The sheriff says, no, that's not true. The real rise in arrests is due to increased detection and intervention. So the mayor, just to keep our stories straight here, the mayor says the increase in arrests means there's an increase in crime. The sheriff says that the increase in arrests is due to increase in detection. They're finding more people committing crimes that would have gotten away with it before. Okay, so we need to, so if the sheriff is right, that it is actually an increase in detection and intervention of crimes, we need to figure out which of these conclusions is true based on that. Is it A, the city of Townsville should increase the funding that it allocates for crime prevention? There's nothing about funding in here. This is one of those GMAT traps where they try to make it about money, and the future MBA minds out there say, oh yes, we need to worry about money. Not all CR, in fact most CR questions are not about money. B, the mayor should make crime prevention a central issue in his campaign for re-election, far outside the scope of the passage. C, there are approximately as many arrests for crimes on the west side of Townsville each year as there are cancer survivors within the city. Okay, so obviously my laughing at it indicates that that's probably not it. Cancer survivors, it's, you know, well, they're mentioned in the passage, but that's just an analogy that's drawn. It's not part of the argument. D, most crimes on the west side of Townsville are crimes against property like theft and vandalism, rather than crimes against people like assault and murder. So this is outside the scope on the smaller scale. We don't actually go down to the level of detail where we're worried about one type of crime over the other. So this is kind of a false distinction. So that leaves us with choice D, which must be the answer. Why must it be true? Well, what does it say? It says the increase in arrests on the west side of Townsville does not indicate that there is any more crime than there was previously. This is basically a restatement of what the sheriff said, but the sheriff, of course, didn't actually phrase it this way. The mayor said the number of arrests is indicative of an increase in crime. The sheriff says that doesn't make sense. The real cause is something else. So choice E, we can infer that therefore that increase in arrests is not due to an increase in crime. It's almost what the passage says, but does not state it explicitly. That's an inference, and that's choice E.